Good morning. It is 6:50 a.m. and it's 17 degrees, and I can see my new digital clock that I have mounted down here, and it has the day, date, time, temperature, and it cost me a grand total of about $13 on eBay, I think. I do have a clock here which also says 650, well actually 650, 649, but no temperature gauge, and I wanted a temperature gauge because in about 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks, I'm heading down to New South Wales and to Canberra, the Australian Capital Territory, with my friend Chris, and it's going to be cold, and I'm just interested and keen to know what the temperature is going to be in Canberra and the far south coast of New South Wales when I'm there. This bike doesn't have a temperature gauge. Well, it does now. So I purchased this one on eBay, and for the value, it seems to be very good. For what it does and how much it costs, very, very good. I'm very happy with it. It's not waterproof, but I've only got it mounted on double-sided tape, so I can always just peel it off, put it in my pocket, put it back on. Speed camera. It's unusual because the speed camera is usually, if they're there, they're on the left side of the road, not the right. Yeah, very unusual. Anyway, yeah, so day one down to Nambucca, spend 2 nights there, and then we'll leave Nambucca and go down to somewhere, maybe Singleton or Denman, somewhere around there, maybe Muswellbrook. So we'll go down the coast, follow the motorway down the coast from Chris's house, and we'll either detour up through Gloucester or we'll stay on the M1 all the way down to Newcastle, then to Singleton. It's probably about 300 kilometres, probably 350 kilometres from Chris's house, and we could go further, but we're not any great rush, so we'll stay there, and then we'll go down the Bylong Valley Way to Candos and Rylstone and Candos and Bathurst, and then up the Blue Mountains to Katoomba. Probably stay in Katoomba the night or somewhere in the Blue Mountains, and that's again only about 300k, 350k, so we're not in any great rush. And then the next day I would like to go down through the Royal National Park at Audley, so we'll try and skirt around Sydney as much as we can, but we'll have to go through the western suburbs. And go through the national park at Audley, and then come out at Stanwell Tops, and then from there we'll follow the coast down, go over the Sea Cliff Bridge. Jeez, I thought that little dog was going to run out in front of me. So we'll go over the Sea Cliff Bridge, and from the Sea Cliff Bridge down through Wollongong, down through Windang, Shell Harbour, Kiama, and we'll go through Gerringong, so we'll try and avoid the main highway as much as we can, and then follow that down to 7 Mile Beach and Shoalhaven Heads, and probably spend the night at Bomaderry. I have a cousin that I haven't seen in a long time, probably almost 20 years, But as cousins, we were very close. So I haven't seen cousin Glenn for a long time. So he lives in Bomaderry, so I'll go and spend the night there. And then after we leave Bomaderry, we're going to head up through Kangaroo Valley up to Moss Vale, and we're going to take some back roads. They're all tar roads, pretty well to almost to Queanbeyan, and then to Canberra. And then from Canberra we are going to head to we'll spend 2 nights there with my sister, have the obligatory trip to the Australian War Memorial. Wouldn't be a trip to Canberra without a visit to the War Memorial. And from there, not sure what we'll do depending on the time. Well, that sun's glary. Yeah, so from leaving Canberra, I wouldn't mind going down through Cooma, and then follow the Brown Mountain Road to Bega, and then maybe head out to Tathra, and then follow the coast up through Bermagui, come out just south of Narooma, and then follow the main highway from Narooma to Moruya, which is only 40 odd K, and spend maybe 2 nights in Moruya. Got a friend I'd like to catch up with, see my sister and her husband, their family. Oh boy, that sun's bright. Oh, it's better. Yeah, so head up to Moruya and spend 2 nights there. I've got a few school buddies that still live in town, so I wouldn't mind catching up with them. Go over to the cemetery and pay my respects to my sister Rowena, who passed away at 18 years of age in a car accident. I'll go over and say hello to Rowie, and from there start the trek home, back up the coast, Milton, Ulladulla, Milton, and Batemans Bay, of course. Back up through Nara, back up through Wollongong, and probably try to get to Newcastle. Spend the night in Newcastle, then from Newcastle back up to Nambucca, spend another night with Chris, and then home. So that's the plan. And it'll be chilly, cold. So that's why I was keen to get the thermometer. When I went into a motorcycle shop about 2 weeks ago, before I bought this online, to see if they had any. The guy said, no, we don't sell those, but you're probably better off going to Super Cheap Auto or something like that. And he said, but I have a good solution. And I looked at him and I said, yeah, I know. When it's cold, you put on more clothes. That's what you need to know. You don't need a thermometer to tell you it's cold. You know if you're cold, you put on more clothes. And I just laughed. I said, yep, absolutely. But it's more an information, curiosity thing. So, for about $13 or $14 delivered, $12, whatever it was, it's a bargain.